Anyway, yes, you defeated all 6 Wamps. You are
They got
able.
whamped.
You are. You spend some time and you retrieve your foot.
We got to pick a good one. We only have, how many whamps are there? 6. So 6 times 9. We only have 59 choices. So we better make sure we get the best one. We wouldn't want to, give the mad poet a inferior whamp. And looking around these mausoleums, like the one that number 14 or whatever was trying to get into, does there seem to be anything interesting about that one?
Um, you do notice that there a hole in the wall. You are detecting magic.
Unless somebody has an objection, I say we investigate. Okay, we investigate.
Okay, inside where the creature was digging, um, you see a jade necklace that is radiating magic. And after careful study, you find out that it is a necklace of fireballs.
Okay.
Fireball and
What type?
that type 4, I'm sorry, type 6.
I think that's a pretty good one. Let's do it.
That's supposed to be the one that just says new item?
Yeah, I'm typing in the description now.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the party sheet. When you go back to the ghouls are extremely happy to hear that you have.
I'm assuming we just checked everything else there briefly and we didn't notice anything else of interest.
That is correct.
Okay.
Um, the Wamps are very excited to hear of your success, and they give you a reward that they have. It's
Did you say
all
the
items.
Wamps were excited to hear about our success?
He did say the
Uh,
Wamps were.
the guest. The guests are excited to hear about your success over the WAMPs, and they give you a reward, which is a couple of items that they have found, when they have been feeding in the cemetery. And one of the items is a lion's shield, which I've drug all this over to the party sheet, but it's a +2 heavy shield. Appears to be a roaring lion's head. 3 times per day is a free action. You can command it to attack independently of the shield wearer. It's got a bite attack with the wielder's base attack bonus, 2d6 points of damage.
Wow,
Uh,
awesome. Hey, Sith, do you use heavy shields?
No, I sure do not.
Hey, Poppy, do you use heavy shields?
um, there is also a mantle of spell resistance and a sunblade.
Is the necklace of fireballs, is that supposed to be in Dreamland or not?
Yes, that is Dreamlands.
Okay, so we have no use for the lion's shield. Because none of us can use the only person who can even use this heavy steel. I guess technically I could as a bard, but I can't because I need to have a hand. Need to have my offhand quote unquote free, which only a buckler counts for as a shield. Otherwise, I lose my dex to damage. So the steel shield's useless. Um, Is the Sunblade usable by any of us? I'm not really thinking it is.
No, it's way beyond my usage.
It's a bastard sword, wielded as if it was a short sword with respect to weight and ease of use.
I mean, Poppy, what's your current weapon in the Dreamlands?
I believe it's still my Earthbreaker.
+1.
Yep.
And
yeah, the Sunblade is equal to a +2 bastard.
what size is the Sunblade?
It it appears to be a bastard sword. It deals bastard sword damage, but the wielder feels and reacts to as if the weapon was a short sword.
Right, but what size is this? Is it a medium or a small weapon?
Let's just say it's adaptive.
Okay, Poppy, if you're trying to be a hero and that you don't think you're good enough to be a hero yet, thus you're just carrying your hammer around to find the hero, are you willing to wield a +4 bonus against evil creatures sword of a hero instead?
Sure.
So you basically have a small-sized bastard sword that's +2. So against a non-evil creature, you have the same AB because you have weapon focus and weapon specialization, right? So against a non-evil creature, you have the same AB and 1 less damage. Against an evil creature, you have 2 more AB and 1 more damage. And it does extra damage versus undead or negative energy plane creatures. So basically, as long as you're fighting something evil, it's better than your 200 mace at this point.
So as an alchemist, would I have to use magic device for the necklace of fireball?
No, they're usable by anyone, I believe. Say we give them to you so you have more ranged firepower as needed. Do you object, Poppy?
To what, him getting the necklace of fireballs? No, that's fine with me.
Or do you now have the necklace of fireballs?
Hold on a second before you drag it over, Seth. I'm gonna put in
Too late. It's drug. Let me
Bam. It done got drug. Unless
just
someone
go ahead
objects,
and delete it.
I vote Poppy gets the mantle of spell resistance.
Sure.
Or Poppy, you get the unless you have another item in the chest slot already. I don't think you do,
I
but
don't think so.
all yours.
Seth, I passed over to you a real necklace of fireball entry.
I see it. Now we're in the dreamland. I can blow shit up even better.
Alright, so what's the damage for this sword?
It should be 1d8. Yes, 1d8. And then it has versus. I would just put in the base +2 bastard sword, so it has 2 damage bonus and 2 attack bonus. And then you could make an effect called Sunblade, which yeah, it's +2 attack and +2 damage versus evil creatures. And technically, against evil creatures, it also makes the sword act as cold iron, silver, and adamantine, which means it could probably bypass the damage reduction of like devils and demons if we found any.
Just to clear out the party sheet, does anyone want any of that?
Versus armor, no, we want to actually sell that. Doom Idol of Ib, yes, we want that. Emerald for
Well,
the Dreamlands, we can't sell it right now anyway, and we might as well keep it for bribes. Gem of Scene, I think we definitely want that for the Dreamlands in case we need it. Gemstones we want. Basically anything in the Dreamlands, we can't really sell it or buy anything right now, so we might as well keep all that. So we're really talking about the Bracers of Armor, Lyle's Bookstash and Journals, the Potions of Cure Moderate Wounds, the Scrolls of Psychic Surgery, and the Unholy Symbol of Hastur, I guess. Is that correct?
that is correct.
I mean, I might as well
Well,
go on.
I just making sure that everyone had everything that they wanted.
I mean, I have a wand of Cure Moderate Wounds, so if Poppy or Sith want to take the potions of Cure Moderate Wounds, they certainly can. I mean, I think I'm the one who has to use the Scrolls of Psychic Surgery, but we don't need them yet, so I've just been letting other people carry them or whatever.
I can carry the potions around and then distribute them as needed, since I'm always kind of standing at the back.
The Psychic
And
Surgery is Mesmerist and Psychic only. It's probably caster level 11, which means it needs a UMD check of like 31, and so far, I still only have a UMD of 14, but I don't think anyone else is even close to being able to use it.
So I can use this bastard sword one-handed. It sounds like.
You could, if you want to. You're free to do so. I thought you liked the idea of a two-handed, so you can use it as one-handed or two-handed. It's up to you. So I mean, strictly speaking, if you wanted, you could use the Sunblade in one hand, and then it doesn't get the 1.5 multiplier, obviously, and the power attack is less. But you could then use the Lion Shield too, if that's what you're getting at.
Yes, that is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, you can do that if you want more AC. You'll just need a new power attack thing that's -3 attack, 6 damage. By the way, while you were gone, at level 8, your power attack improved to -3 attack and 9 damage instead of -2 and 6, so we updated that for you.
Okay. Okay, wait, why is my AC suddenly 15?
Betting something happened with your full plate. You probably don't have that set up correctly, and then you locked in the shield, I'm guessing, somehow.
Just it might just be something between my desktop and my laptop. My armor and shield are both suddenly 0.
Has to do with something you just did with the new shield, I think.
It shouldn't have zeroed out my armor.
It can be finicky at times with that.
Okay. You've selected your foot. You've been rewarded. You decide to wake up on board ship now.
Is there anything else of interest that we can see in the city? Yeah, I'm sure
Uh,
there's lots of history and stuff collected here.
I mean, you can go scavenging if you want, but there's, right now, all the guests are headed to the cemetery because they are starving.
Hmm. So while they're all there, is there anything else of interest in the city we should look at, or should we just say stop trying to make this complicated and wake the hell up?
I think we should keep it simple.
Yeah, really keeping it simple is best. It's a fascinating city, especially now that, the guests are not going to harass you for a while and are occupied. And, uh, true to what the guests were saying, everything that was not stone was turned to ceramic. It does have a certain appeal, but overall, it's very depressing and smells horrible.
Lovely. Okay, so we wake up. We now have our rubbed web foot.
Okay.
So we have the Night Hag Ambassador's Heartstone, and the Captain's Drycorn, but presumably we actually make sure we sleep overnight before we continue, because we have another 30 days before we get there.
Yes. And before I give you a rest, yes, we did the red web foot.
We only got like one or two of these things left, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We're kicking ass.
Absolutely. And you all materialize on deck and so forth, and it's becoming morning, and as you're just recovering from your trip, and as you look out over the water, in the distance, um,
So is this the same night, or is this the next day?
this is the morning from when you reappear from the
So we went into the Dreamlands for like several hours. We came out, it was half an hour later. We slept the rest of the night.
yes.
Okay, so it's technically overnight rested at this point, so all the buffs are gone, but they're restored. And the bombs are back, etc.
Do you want me to give you an overnight rest? Yeah or nay?
Yeah.
Sith is like, I want my goddamn bombs back.
I only do one thing in this group, and you can't take that away from me.
But off in the distance, through the morning fog, you catch a glimpse of that red-sailed ship once again pursuing you.
Okay.
And
I'll go over to Sith and I'll say, hey, what do you think about the idea of whipping up 3 more of those incorporeal extracts things, and then we just turn into gas and we just soar up and we try to dive bomb the other ship wherever the hell it is. And if that we can't find it, we can always just catch up with this thing because we're flying.
Yeah, I can do that. I would have to drop my other 2 spells for level. That's a level 3 spell. I get 3 a day. So
Well,
I would
you
have.
haven't made them, right? So you can do what you want still. It only takes 1 minute per formula, I think.
Well, the extracts you're supposed to do in the morning, like memorizing a
No,
spell.
you don't
I
have to
think.
do that. Here, hang on.
or we had this discussion before.
We did.
Memory serves. I remember you were saying that. Yeah, I think maybe I'm thinking of the mutagen.
Might be the mutagen, because the
Or the
mutagen takes
bomb.
like an hour to prepare.
As you're having this conversation, the sullen starling that you're on rounds a bend in the river, and you lose sight of the ship behind you.
Okay, well, presumably at this point, Sith is done mixing his stuff, so I'd say we go to the back part of the boat and we keep an eye out, and if we see again, we go gaseous. We go Caspering it. That is the
Okay.
technical term, Caspering it, you know, because we're like ghosts.
You're absolutely right. Mixing an extract takes 1 minute of work. Most alchemists prepare many extracts at the start of the day or just before going on an adventure, but it's not uncommon for an alchemist to keep some or even all of his daily extract slots open so that he can prepare extracts in the field as needed. So yeah, absolutely, I can create them. It just takes me 1 minute per extract. So 3 minutes for 3 gaseous form.
Okay, over the course of the next hour, the sun is rising higher into the sky and it's burning off the fog. And you do not see that red-sailed ship anywhere.
Alright, well, so we can't do anything till nightfall anyway, and we've already done all our research, so we might as well just keep watch throughout the day, unless somebody has a better idea. Here's the question, what are the rules for other people in the real world waking you up while you're in the Dreamlands?
Um, I really don't know.
I'm just saying, if we went into the Dreamlands, chasing after the Captain Strikehorn or the Night Hag Ambassador's Heartstone, and then the ship got attacked during the night, would the crew be able to come in and like kick us and alert us so we can wake up and help?
I would say if you took some damage, that it would probably alert you that, something's happening in the real world.
So you're basically here, take this dagger and stab us in the foot, but gently.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we've all seen the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, right? Where he's in the dreams and
Inception.
yeah, and then so they don't have to stab us; they just have to like jolt us so that we get adrenaline going into our system, and that'll pop us awake. That's how it works.
We can do that.
Or they just throw our body over the into the water. That'd probably do it too.
That's one solution, I guess.
Okay. Throughout the day, I feel sure you're all taking turns taking watch. Um, Eric, you can tell that Skywind, the captain, is, she's getting a little, don't want to say nervous, but anxious.
And she's a halfling, right?
Yes.
One second. And what are the crew members? Are they all like human?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast tongues on myself, and I'll walk over to her and I'll say in halfling, "What's on your mind?"
Um, she explains that tomorrow, that they've entered the nation of Rasmuran.
Oh, is that the Wizard God King thing one?
Um, let's see. Yes, it may have been.
I mean, I can roll a knowledge geography check if you want me to be aware of where that is, but
Um, let me pull up the map real quick.
so I have a 21. I'm pretty sure that over a 20 that I know every large significant thing of geography for sure. Okay, so I know a creature's ethnicity or accent, that's just 10. Recognize regional terrain features, that's 15. Not know location of nearest community or noteworthy site, that's 20, and that's the hardest geography check. So presumably, unless it's something incredibly obscure, I would be familiar with all the geographical regions of the world, basically.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on the map.
If it doesn't matter, then don't worry about it. But she seemed to be, I'm guessing that's why she's nervous, hence my question.
Yes, you know that it's a nation filled with dangerous fanatics and thugs that masquerade as agents of the local faith. Um, she tells you that, you know, she generally avoids stopping in most of the cities in their territory, but she's got to stop at the city of Zur in order to resupply. Um, you know, she's fairly, you know, open with you. And, you know, she says that she avoids conflict with the priest at the harbor by paying the docking fees and the heavy tithe assessed on her ship and her passengers. She would really like to keep it swift and as brief as possible. Let's get what we need and get in and out. I would like to be there no more than an hour.
Oh, you know what that means. We're gonna get into all kinds of fucking trouble.
I'll say, mean no offense, but if things are expected to go that smoothly and get in and out of there in less than an hour, why the nervousness?
It's always a dangerous place.
So you're not nervous about us doing something to mess you up.
All it takes is one tiny jackass with a hammer.
It's not a bastard sword. You're right, because you're in the real world now.
She goes, are you all going to town?
Well, as captain of the boat with more experience in this region than we do, what would you suggest?
If you want to just give me a list of things you need, I'll see if I can include them while I'm in town. I can't make any guarantees.
What other steps do we have before wherever the hell we're ending up? I forget offhand.
Casimir, let's see. In about 20 days, you will be stopping at the town of Riverton.
Is
It's a
that still
small.
in Resmirin?
Um, no. It is a small ramshackle community, population roughly 600. It's on the eastern shore of Lake Calais. Uh, you'll be stopping there for supplies. They are not Hastur worshippers, but they are Handspur
Oh, where on the
worshippers.
Selin Passage are we right now? And
Give
can
me-
you spell Handspur?
yeah, it's in the chat window. And images, Silent Passage.
So it looks like this is just a river god, basically. Who apparently wants people to fake drowning themselves as a priest of Handspur. That's pretty messed up.
Well, you know, if they were on the Iron Islands, they'd be drowned for real. You watch Game of Thrones. And give me just a second. I can't find out where on the map you're at. Oh, but no, it is. You're under. You're outside of this territory. At the next stop.
Are you marking something on the map that I'm not seeing?
Uh, quite honestly, man, I'm looking for my PDF.
Is there, I'm just looking at the map, the Selin Passage, under the images and maps right now.
Yeah, I can't. FG. Oh. I was looking for a labeled map and not one that had a key. And we throw a token up. is Zer? There is. Okay, there is Zer. And then the other town. Sorry. There is Zer. And then Riverton is down there.
Man, I thought we were supposed to only take 60 days for this whole thing, and we're 30 days and we're not even dessert yet. Do things really speed the hell up after now? Or?
I guess you're going downstream.
Okay.
Because you do make some miles in the last 30 days. But anyway, she's nervous. She's asking you if you do go into town, um, please be cautious.
Well, unless somebody really has a reason to want to go into Zur and Resmiran territory, I'd just as soon lie low on the boat and let her do her stuff. I think that's our course of action then.
Okay.
But she is planning on tomorrow mid-morning with, pulling in there.
Okay.
And this is your first chance to shop.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I have a whole 500 gold, so I can't buy shit. Everything we've gotten has been Dreamland stuff only. I mean, we could sell the bracers for 500 gold if we're lucky, and that's that's another 167 gold. But I don't think having 667 or whatever is enough to buy anything useful.
I have literally a shitload of gold.
Same.
I never buy anything.
How much is a shitload in this case?
7,600.
Okay, that is a lot.
I mean, I don't know what we need to buy. I know you can plow through that pretty fast, but
Well, what do you have in mind?
that's what I'm saying. Is I mean, if I heard you right, we're heading into town. Is that right? And she wants to leave the next morning. Is that right?
No. Zur is this Resmiran controlled place, which is this fanatic nation that's controlled by the guy who calls himself like Razmir, the living god. He's
okay.
a wizard or sorcerer who pretends he's a god, and he has Resmiran priests who.
That's the one where she
actually
just wanted to
wizards.
stay like an hour, right?
Yeah, that's the one she's wanting to get the hell out of there. So I'm saying I would just as soon get the hell out of Razmir. And if River Run is a place, or sorry, if Handspur or whatever the R is, if that's one we want to, no, Handspur is the god. River Run, I guess, is the town. If we want to shop in River Run, that might be a better idea than spending any time in Zur.
Yeah, that's fine. The thing is, I can't think of anything that my guy needs to buy. I mean, unless if we have enough time to like get stuff enchanted, then we can do that. But really, I mean, I've got potions, I've got scrolls that I don't use, I've got, I'm doing very well just staying back and throwing bombs. I can always buy more arrows or something, but I don't think we're going to be here long enough for like crafting and creating stuff. So,
what about you, Poppy?
I have 5,000 gold for some reason. I clearly don't buy anything ever.
I think you're in the same boat as me. We've never. I mean, when Ugar was here, we didn't we all chip in and beef up his armor and stuff.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean that took a little bit of chunk of change, but I mean I've got a mithril chain shirt as an alchemist. I don't think I can wear anything really nicer.
Not without getting more proficiencies. Like medium
Right.
armor.
So I'm okay with just. I mean unless there's a part of the adventure path that we need to work our way through in the city, I say we just skip it and move on to the next. You know, because I can wander unless there's some reason we're supposed to wander around town and get into a drunken brawl or something.
Well, we do have Poppy with us.
That's true. We just wind him up and throw him through a tavern window.
Yeah, Ugar kind of several days ago challenged Poppy to a drinking contest, and he hasn't come out of it yet.
So I say we just skip over Zur, basically. Again, it would be nice if, because again, like you said, the amount of gold that you're talking about is going to last long enough to like upgrade one item, and that's probably it. So if we have any other means of obtaining real world gold before then, that would also be pretty useful before we get to River Run, but I don't know what's up ahead.
Okay.
Out of character.
Skywin says.
Where have I heard that name before?
I didn't choose it. Sorry, it's Riverton. Riverton.
Oh. Well, still.
Yeah. Oh man. We have definitely binged watch. So, anyway, she's relieved that you're not going to go to town, and that means she can get her business completed quickly and so forth. And as she says, it'll be mid-morning, and she asks if you would be generous enough not to go on one of your fancy quests. She doesn't know what you do, but everyone knows you zone out for hours at a time.
Is it hours or is it like an hour in most cases?
Well, it depends on how long the quest is.
So
But
she's asking us not to do it while we're in Rezmir, is that the idea?
yes.
I mean, we're apparently only like a 20% of the way there and only have 2 more things left to do, presumably, so I'm fine with that notion. I mean,
So
we
she's
apparently
saying,
spent
put away
several
the
weeks
ball.
not doing it, and we're only here. What did you say, Sith?
So she's saying, put away the bong.
Apparently. But it's like, not a bong, man. It's like a stair bong, man. It's
like a stair-shaped bong.
Stairway to Heaven, man.
Yeah, man. Dave's not here. Damn it, the ship's being overrun. Dave's not here, man.
Okay.
So we're in Riverton now?
No, you're she's still got to pull into Zur.
Okay.
And you all have decided not to go into town. Okay, about 10 o'clock the next morning. You start getting close to the town of Zur. And as you round the bend, you see this large barge that's got oars sticking out of the side and so forth, and it's approaching the Starling. And
Just looking at it, this is a new barge we've never seen before.
correct.
Okay, and just looking at the markings, does it look like Resmiran?
Um, Skywind is kind of freaking out. She tells you that she's cursing in every language that she may know for attracting the attention of one of the Rasmiran faith barges. And they're crewed by pirates and bullies sanctioned by the church. And these ships demand tribute from passing vehicles or passing vessels. Um, and it's very clear that this ship can outpace your own ship. Um,
What does she want us to do? What does she want to do?
well, she's planning on negotiating with the ship's priest, insisting that her payment in Zur already covered her tribute to the church. Let's see.
We're past Zur now?
Wait a minute. Okay. Yes.
Should we forget everything that just happened and we're approaching Zur peacefully?
Uh, you managed to come into Zur. Skywind pops off the vessel with a couple of her crew members, and within an hour's time, she does reappear, and you all depart Zur without any problem. A little bit down the river from Zur, you do encounter the barge.
Okay. Well, does she
And
want us to go try to like hide under the decks or whatever and not be visible?
she's planning on negotiating, saying, "Hey, I paid tribute in Zur. That should cover it." But she's open to suggestions if you all have any.
Well, I'm guessing she would rather this not develop into a fight because if she has to come back this way through Resmiran and she's known for having killed the boatload of faith priests or whatever, that's not going to end well for her. So the idea of just destroying the barge is probably not the best idea here, or using violence of any kind, because I'm guessing she's dependent upon coming back and forth through these waters. Or can she in the future just go like down this way ever in the future on the Selin passage? Can she do that like from now on or something? To avoid this whole section of water? Like, basically, is it worth her being blacklisted from Rasmir potentially if we wind up having to kill the pirates? How does she want to play that? She's the one who has to come back here.
Let's see. Okay, give me a second to give you a map, and then we'll discuss that. Okay, that is the ship that you see approaching. And you can see multiple buccaneers.
Are they actually using pistols?
Negative.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
And you can see the captain. This wide ship has a large sail and heavy oars bristling from below deck. Um, and it is rapidly catching up with you. And you can hear the captain yelling out orders, row harder. And eventually you hear someone call out to you, and they're telling you to stop your ship. And once again, Skywin is just, she's trying to be cool under pressure, but you can tell she is freaked out. And she looks at you and goes, negotiate, or
Is
do
there a
y'all have an
downside to
idea?
trying to get? Well, I mean, it's either negotiate or fight at this point, as far as I can tell, and I think you'd rather avoid fighting unless necessary, right?
I would like to. You guys will fight if necessary, though, right?
Yes, but that would be bad for you in the long term if people find out about your ship destroying this, I imagine. So, how much are you willing to give them to not be blacklisted from Resmere in the future?
I truly don't want to give them anything, but
Well,
eh,
if they demand 1 gold for tribute, would you give that to them?
yes, I would.
So what's the limit here if the negotiations don't work out? At what point are you willing to bow in just for the sake of not getting blacklisted? Ideally, we go for nothing, but what if they press? It's your
Uh,
boat.
Just so I'm clear, these are the religious whack jobs that are going to demand money, right?
Yes. And by religious whack jobs, we mean they're technically a bunch of probably pirates, cutthroats, swashbucklers, and just all around cutlass bad people. But they're sanctioned by their evil living god guy to basically roam around and demand tribute from innocent people. So it's
But it's
pretty
an evil
good.
god guy, right? It's not like
Yes,
Serenade demand.
it's a living
Okay.
god who like enslaves his land, and it's a whole evil kingdom. So these guys
Okay.
are probably bad, but
So I
like
stand by my original statement. I hate Illinois Nazis. So
so basically,
I
again,
say we plow over them on the bridge.
the only downside of killing all of them, assuming they don't wind up killing us because they apparently are really powerful or something, is that one, we could get the attention of higher ranking officials, which could cause problems at the line, but more likely for Skywin, because if her ship is told destroy the ship on sight and we're not here to protect it in the future, she could get killed if she tries to come back this way.
So what does she want to do? Since we're
Apparently,
kind of playing, we're writing checks for her to cash.
apparently she wants to negotiate, but she doesn't want to pay them anything. But apparently she might be willing to give something to get them off. And Wintermute's trying to figure out what that is, I think.
well, it cost me 200 just to be able to dock, and you know, if I have to, I'd pay up to 200, not for them not to hassle us.
I'll chip in 200 if that's what it takes to move on. Without, trashing her life. But I hate bullies. Hate Illinois Nazis. Just saying.
And the problem is that there's a problem with these Nazis. There's a problem with the real Nazis, right? If you just kill the one who it comes into your home asking about the Jews, then you're going to have a whole bunch of them descending on your home pretty quick.
This is true.
So we'll play it by ear, and we'll try to let the captain talk, and I'll try to help negotiate if needed, since I have the best diplomacy skills of anyone currently in the group, I believe. But we'll see how she wants to handle all this.
Pointers, we want a square. And guys, on the map, the blue box is your ship.
Okay.
I think we should hang back and let the captain negotiate at first, at least.
I say we stand inside for the moment, and as they come up, like while they're still not kind of semi far from us, then I'm going to go ahead and cast a few buffs on us, which will last like an hour, so we should be on our way, or they'll all be dead, or we'll be dead by then, I imagine.
Okay.
I don't see this being a 2-hour negotiation or something, right?
Right. Yeah, we could do is we could give them whatever they wanted to, become gaseous form, sneak over onto their ship, and then after they leave, kill them all, and then slither back, and then
The whole
you know.
problem is if it gets linked to Skywin, and that causes her problems in the future.
Well, that's why we let her leave, and then we whack them all.
It might not be possible if they go in the opposite direction and are a lot faster.
That's true. Just for the record, I really thought, gaseous form and whacking them all was a really cool plan until you.
I agree, but if they say thanks for your money, we'll head the opposite way while you continue downstream, and then it's like still 10 a.m. or something, right? Then by the time nightfall hits,
right.
Well, I'm sure Skywin would wait for you. So anyway, Skywin says we'll try and negotiate, and she, stops her boat, and this faith barge pulls up alongside of you. You see several buccaneers looking over at you. The captain walks over to the side of the deck and says, "That was a smart move." Then he's like, "You have to pay tribute." And, Skywin starts explaining that, she already paid in Zer. And the captain just laughs out loud. "You must pay tribute." And Skywin goes, I'll give you 50 gold pieces. And, the captain just laughs out loud again. And he's like, "You'll give me everything on your ship." Well,
That
okay, at
sounds like a
that
fight.
point, I'm gonna walk out to there, and I'll just tap my fingers on my rapier, making sure that he can see me do that, and I'll say, "Captain, if you want everything on the ship, then that includes the sword, or we can negotiate something reasonable. It's up to you."
he looks at you and he goes, "I'm not scared of you." And he orders his men to attack. And he's like, "Guys, you know the drill." And
I'll yell, "Get to cover" to Skywin, and presumably everyone else is hiding at this point.
uh, let's roll for initiative. And guys, let's say it will take a move action to get from ship to ship.
Can we just leap the gap with an acrobatics check?
Yes, you could. Poppy's got a lot of delay on her.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
I'm gonna yell out and start casting a spell, and I'll say, "Jump into the water if you want to live." And I'll try to intimidate the idiot pirates on the other ship. And I'll cast haste on us. And then I will. You want to lock the tokens? I will, run over to there and jump across to there, basically, with an acrobatics check. So I'm pretty sure that covers, a 5-foot gap since the DC's like 5. And I'll land next to the captain and say, you still have a chance to get out of this alive. They just saw a spellcaster just cast a spell, be intimidated, and run and jump onto their ship. How are they going to react?
He is going to react. Scimitar is not ranged, right?
Correct, it's a melee weapon.
It's Scimitar, and he is not intimidated at all, and he takes a swing and misses you.
I'll laugh and say, I've skewered rats more threatening than you.
It's true, he has. I've seen it.
And 15 is gonna run up to there. One is gonna step up. Oh, actually, he's gonna stay where he's at. And take an aim at Eric with the crossbow. And it does not connect. Two is gonna take a 5-foot step and shoot at you with the crossbow.
Now, out of curiosity, do they have precise shot?
No, they don't.
So they have a -4 on top of that because I'm in melee range of their captain and the scimitar guy.
I will keep that in mind. Captain Hicks is going to swing at you with his great sword. Are you shitting me? And he's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. If I take a 5-foot step to there, what does that do for my range? Oh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna throw my. I'm hasted, right? So,
Mhm.
so I get 3 bombs on him at -2.
Correct.
So.
Now,
Put a minus.
strictly speaking, and this doesn't actually affect your attack, the headband is not active.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a Dreamland thing, isn't it?
Now, Wintermute has the option as a GM to set an effect inactive rather than deleting it. So he could just do that for now and then re-enable it once we're actually in the Dreamlands.
Right. Or I think I've got it as a.
And I've got it off.
You got it. You're gonna turn it off. Okay.
You already got it.
But I should already have my mutagen on though. So there we go. So and then he's 40 feet, so I don't get point blank shot, but I do get 3 bombs, and I'm gonna mess him up. Boom. This is the haste one. And -2, and this is gonna be the. So. Ah, shit. All right. Well, I hit him twice. And then I go up to my damage, and I do 1, 2,
Okay, yeah, that's right.
and then
So we need to roll, I think, a d8 to determine where it lands. What's 1 going to be, Wintermute? And will it be going clockwise or counterclockwise?
What have we always counted 1?
that'll be 1, and we'll go clockwise.
Okay.
That'll work.
So
So
it
it lands
lands
right there next
southwest
to
of
it.
him. Alright, so I have to make a reflex save, and he has to make a reflex save.
I didn't think you had to make a reflex save for splash damage on a mist bomb. Do you?
Pretty sure you do.
Hold on, let me check. Well, it's under it's under the thrown weapon section of the rule. Hold on here. It's not under alchemist. Just a sec.
It deals splash damage to all creatures in that square and adjacent squares. And alchemist bombs have a reflex save for splash damage. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, splash damage is 11.
Okay,
And
what's
so,
the DC?
DC is 11 according to this.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. But that's what.
So it'll be 10. I think it's 10 plus half your alchemist level.
Which would be 14 plus the spell level.
Plus, no, there's no spell level. It's 10 plus half your level plus your intelligence modifier. So it's 14, and then what's your intelligence modifier
Plus
right now?
3.
Okay,
So
so the DC is 17.
Okay,
It'll be
so
20 in the Dreamlands, but it's 17 now. So I only take half damage. And does the captain make a DC
The captain
17?
takes half damage.
Okay.
Okay, but the captain got hit twice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he got hit twice, so he gets that, and then he takes half the.
Just.
Oh, and then this guy here too, Buccaneer
Just-
16. Did he make
No.
his save?
Why would he have to make his save?
Because it landed just to the north of him.
No, it landed there.
Oh, it did land there. Oh, you're right. I was thinking the other way. Okay, that's fine.
So I would just untarget the captain, then roll your 11, and then turn it to half, and apply half of that to myself and half of that to the captain. And by captain, I mean the captain, not the captain. He's apparently a different title. I'm not familiar with the captain title. Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
watch it.
But I did do 45 points to him plus a couple of D6s.
Okay, 13. I'm gonna start moving around. Number 3. And is going to fire a crossbow at Sith. And he does indeed hit.
What? No, that's not right. You're terrible at this.
Dealing 1 fucking point of damage.
I laugh and inform them all that pirates are pussies.
17 is going to fire a crossbow bolt at Poppy. And does not connect. And Poppy, you're up, sir. Ma'am.
There is no freaking way I'm making an acrobatics check across this.
I said you can spend 1 move action getting across somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, can I double move as part of that? Because that 15 feet is about 1 move.
You're hasted.
Say what?
Said Poppy's hasted. So it's 40 feet, not 15 or 20.
Yeah, I'll let you move across. Yeah.
And I still get an attack, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that one comes up and grabs flanking. And swings a scimitar at you. Nope. Eric.
Alright, I'm gonna start orating about how many stupid idiot pirates we've killed in the past, and people should really just jump into the water if they want to live. Then I'm going to 5-foot step up to there. Then I'm gonna strike out at our captain buddy here. But I'm gonna go ahead and fight kind of defensively for now and try to let the other guys clean stuff up before, because I don't know how tough the captain is. I'm mainly just trying to get him out of the way.
And he's gonna swing at you with the scimitar. And he's gonna take a 5-foot step. And 15's going to move up. And shoot a crossbow at Steph. Does not connect. And he is going to drop his crossbow and pull his scimitar.
What type of crossbow are they firing, by the way?
Heavy.
So did he just fire that for the second round in a row?
No. Number what was it? 15 hadn't shot anything yet.
Oh, okay.
And let's see. We're on number 1. And he's going to come up the stairs and miss Eric. Told you.
You called it.
Number 2's going to drop his crossbow. Pull the scimitar. He's got flanking. He's gonna do his great sword against Eric. And did not confirm the crit. Shit just got real.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah. Really don't like this captain, so I'll take another 5-foot step to there. And I'm going to bomb him again. I might hit him 3 times,
Oh boy.
potentially. Okay, I like that. Let me mark off my bombs. Oh, and this guy next to him, veteran Buccaneer 16, he needs to make 3 saving throws. DC 17.
He made one of them.
So he goes, hold on. So we're going to go boom, boom, boom. Okay, veteran Buccaneer 13, feel free to flee in terror.
Man, I didn't even get a chance to taunt the captain again about how I'm not the real threat, I'm just the distraction.
Technically, he's only mostly dead, so you could revive him, taunt him, then skewer him.
Oh, brilliant.
13 runs over to the deck and fires his heavy crossbow at Sith. And you got lucky.
13's firing from around the corner. It's not like an actual structure in the middle there.
Uh,
Wouldn't it need to be like over there or something?
shit. Sorry, I moved the wrong damn one.
Like, we're in trouble, Sith. He can fire a crossbow bolt that arcs around walls. It's not, he's the real threat here. That's really that's the captain.
Okay, 17. 17 is dropping his crossbow using the scimitar. And he's going to run up. Oh. Poppy.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, 22.
Did you remember that you were hasted and have another attack?
No, I did not.
Take your other attack, sir.
All right, his turn.
Okay, with the captain down, I'm gonna stop fighting so defensively. Okay, well at least a 16 missed these guys. You know, dodges, skewer him once, stab him once, he dodges a second, I use it to stab him a second time.
I know you've got the captain as like just dying, but I didn't put the 3 effects. He would take another 3d6 acid damage. So, you want, since he's still technically alive, do you want me to roll 3d6 and apply the damage?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, go ahead and roll the 3d6 and apply the damage.
Did it apply it?
I didn't see you roll it.
Okay, hold on here. Let me.
Probably missed the chat window.
So he takes 10 points. As his face is dissolved. There we go.
Yeah, and he croaks.
Okay, so now I gotta find my next target. I'm gonna switch from bomb, and I'm gonna go. I guess I'll just move to the next guy. So 3 hits. Okay. My work here is done.
Okay, number 13. Gonna come up. And he's gonna drop his crossbow for a scimitar.
Man, he's stupid.
Number 3, let's see, it takes a full round to reload the crossbows. He's gonna reload. 17. Gonna try to hit Poppy in vain. And Poppy, you're up.
And 2 more go down.
I think they've got this. You know, given that these are a ruthless bunch of cutthroats, I don't really feel bad about mercilessly slaughtering them at this point. Just
Is there any
throwing
sort
that
of
out there.
predator that hangs out in this river? Piranhas, alligators, anything? I'd be okay feeding them to the sharks. Just saying.
Basically, just toss everyone overboard, torch the vessel, get out of here, and let them try to figure it out if they can.
I was just getting ready to suggest torching the vessel.
Yeah, I think after we whap all these guys, we're going to have to get rid of all the evidence. It'd be better if their ship just disappeared, and then what's her name, Skylar?
Okay, 5-foot step. I can't move because I wish I could have crit first, and I could have at least moved. That sucks. So at this point, we actually want to make sure that none of them get away to tell anyone. 'Cause we're going to try to destroy the evidence.
That'd be my suggestion, so that our captain has complete deniability. I'm assuming there's no one else on the river that can see this.
No.
Okay, so we're remote, and yeah. So yeah, I think we should.
Mrs. Poppy. Yeah, you're definitely dead, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna hurt this guy. So 3 hits. Come on, Buccaneer 13, what you got? Oh, there should be another 3 points of damage because I forgot to put my point blank shot up. I hit all 3 times, so it's not a problem. I should have put it up there.
I got it.
Thank you.
He's gonna run up and not hit Poppy. Three, on the other hand, is gonna shoot his crossbow at Eric. And you're up, Poppy.
I'm gonna 5-foot step this way.
Nailed him. So the only one alive right now is the one who literally just went. Clearly, this is gonna go well for him. So I'll maneuver over to there. And yeah, I'll just stab him in case he tries to run before Poppy is there.
You're up, Steph.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, I guess I'll just. He's the last guy, so we'll just go ahead and make him suffer. Or try to anyway. Okay, so I hit him twice. One miss. There we go.
And he's gonna drop his crossbow, go to a scimitar, and try to get some payback on Eric, and he confirmed with double 20s.
No!
That's about 8 points of damage.
That'll show him.
Oh.
You'll have to cast a Cure Tiny Wounds on you.
You can die happy now, right?
These Buccaneers are CR2 creatures.
Explains a lot.
Yeah. Go
Well, we
kill
started
it,
out with a whole
Poppy.
bunch of them. But what was the captain?
The captain was CR8.
Oh, I disabled him.
uh, you gonna finish him off, Poppy? Kabam.
Nice. So we should loot everything and then pile all the bodies up and then just burn the ship to the water line and then let the fish take care of the remains, or there's some other way to get rid of the bodies?
Not that I can really have access to.
Or you need a good alligator or something.
Okay. Let's see. You're gonna loot the ship. Parcels. Okay, looting the ship. You find a set of keys on the captain. And inside the cabin of the ship, you find several okay. There are several trapdoors in the deck as well. Opening the trapdoors leads you to the underbelly
Oh,
of
for
the
a second, I
ship.
thought you said trapped doors.
Trap. No, trap.
It's like, damn.
And underneath the ship, you find there are 14 rowers, and you can tell that they have been beaten. They are uh, pitiful, terrified creatures. Um, they are slaves, but they are held in place by fear rather than manacles. Um, the captain beats the slowest and the loudest each evening. And if it happens to be the same person, the captain will beat that rower to death. um, as the sunlight peers down through the trapdoors, they're squinting, you're pretty confident that a lot of them have not seen the light of day for many days. Um, inside the cabin, you find several locked chests, of which you have the keys for, and all total, you find about 2,600 gold pieces worth of stuff. Let's see. And you find a monk's robe.
Oh, goody.
Under the effect of a magic aura spell.
What do you mean under the effect of a magic aura spell?
It's an ultimate equipment. It just says it's a monk's robe from ultimate equipment under the effects of a magic aura spell, caster level 9th. What it does is it appears non-magical for the next 5 days.
The robe does.
Yes.
Okay. But I can somehow tell it is in fact magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that. It was in a trunk. Um, and let's see what a monk's robe.
It's useless to us because we all wear armor. So we can't even use the not a monk version of it. So, I mean, the good
But
news is it's
it's
something we can
worth.
actually sell.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Was the gold piece amount. Damn it! Will you update?
We should give the captain of our boat a share. I
How
mean, we got
much
more
of a
money
share?
than we need.
Well, I can think of several things I definitely like a circlet of persuasion, upgrading my shield, etc.
Well, not necessarily the magic items, but the 2,500 gold pieces worth of stuff. I mean,
Well,
if we need it, that's fine. But of course,
she
she may
is
not want it. She may
thankful.
not want any. She may not want any evidence of her involvement in this. So
Yeah, she's very thankful that she didn't lose her cargo.
okay.
So
Just want to make she understand. Make sure she
she
understands.
she'll take a few gold pieces for the. Well, no, she won't even do anything for the crew. Screw them. And let's see. Skywin says that she can't leave the slaves on the ship, even if they're liberated. Because if Ramirez discovers them, they'll execute them. Um,
Can you repeat that last sentence again? They'll execute Skywin
if
if they discover this? Is that what
no,
you just said?
if they find the slaves, they'll execute them. And as part of the finding the slaves, to lead back to Skywin as well.
I figured we'd take the slaves with us until we got to out a better part of the world, so not here and probably not River Run either.
Skywind agrees, and you're all going to take the liberated slaves aboard long enough to find them a safe haven, and she commands her crew to sink the other ship.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to burn it? Like, does it matter? I mean, I guess a smoke plume might be more visible, but then you might have remnants of the ship left. What does she think?
But you want to get rid of the bodies. I think burning the ship would burn the bodies, and then whatever's left would sink to the bottom, or you could just scuttle it. How deep's the water?
The water's deep enough, it's deep enough to conceal the remnants of a burnt ship. Um, the smoke might attract attention, though.
So yeah, I mean, I guess just put all the bodies down in the hold, wrap them up or something so they can't drift out, and then scuttle the ship, put it on the bottom.
Works for me.
And so, anyways, they scuttle the ship, and over the next few days, it's very crowded, and Skywind says that right in through here, both sides of the river are dangerous to them. Um, But for the next little bit, you do have company on board. And a few days into the trip, one of them approaches the party holding a set of boots out. And he explains that he is very grateful and for you all freeing him or freeing them, and that he would like to give you this magic set of boots um, as a thank you. He doesn't know what they do, just that, he was told that they were magical and the slavers never realized the boots, that he had the boots on.
Wow, the slavers let the slaves wear shoes. That's crazy.
But upon closer inspection, they are boots of speed.
Nice.
What?
As a free action, the the wearer can click her heels together, letting her act as though affected by a haste spell for up to 10 rounds. I can just see Poppy. I wish I was in Kansas.
Pretty much. Zoom! That's a very good spell when you don't have somebody providing haste. We sort of do, but I still think it's worth hanging on to in case I get incapacitated or I can't. Poppy could still use it for one round of haste before I'm able to act or something. I mean, I would suggest that since Poppy needs to close the distance, and basically Sith, right, is going to be limited by his bombs in long combat, so if we're in a situation where I don't want to be spending haste on it, on a fight, but Poppy wants 1 or 2 rounds of haste, right? I'm guessing Sith isn't going to want to spend bombs on it anyway, meaning he doesn't really need the haste either,
Absolutely.
Sith, does that work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. I just, like I said, I just think that the nice thing about the haste, I'm assuming that if it acts as a haste spell, then whoever gets that extra attack. So I would definitely tend towards like Poppy, because when he's got the Earthbreaker going,
Yeah.
another attack, that's a lot of damage up front.
And Poppy's able, and it's basically in a big fight where you're using your bombs and you want all 3, I should have haste on you anyway. But if it's a small fight where Poppy just wants haste for like 1 or 2 rounds and it's not worth me casting it on everyone, right? He can still use that for like 1 or 2 rounds of an extra attack without having to burn an entire level 3 spell.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to want to use your bombs in that case either, right? Because you want to save them for the hard
Well,
stuff.
yeah, the only downside to haste is that I only get 12 bombs a day. If I'm hasted, that's 4 rounds. I can burn right through them.
Yeah.
So I actually, I mean, it's nice to get the three bow attacks, but really, haste doesn't do me a lot of good with bombs, because I mean, it was nice to whap that captain in 2 rounds, but at the same time, though, it's like,
now, how are you getting 12 bombs per day?
Do I get 12? Yeah, I get 12. Hold on. Well, I have to look it up now. But yeah, I think that's what I get.
So anyway, while he's looking, this is a really good place to stop.
Alright.